Okay, my earbud's out. Uh, so that's my earbud with no microphone, and the light is shining brightly behind me. I am grabbing, let me flip this so the light isn't in your eyes anymore. I made, do you know what this is? Pork belly. They come in a big package from Costco, and they're not cut up like this. So I cut them up. They come in big, long strips. They look like a big slab of bacon is what they look like, uncut bacon. So they're cut in about the width of bacon. And I'm so excited. It's late, but I didn't get a chance to eat. I ate before I left. And of course now it's time to eat again. And I got my dogs. I've been talking about how I'm gonna get my dogs back to carnivore because they were on carnivore. And I bought them chicken thighs, and I'm gonna give them some liver once a week. You're not supposed to give them, I know that's a lot of, I might not eat all that, but we'll see how much I eat. Oh my gosh, so good. I didn't even salt it. It's just, I had a bite a few minutes ago before they were brown enough for me. I tasted one, and it was so tasty, even though it didn't have salt on it. But there's a little bit of salt. And my dogs ate chicken. Okay. The one thing I'm gonna add to this, and yes, it is a plant, but it's very low carb. Hot sauce. And you have to be careful of the hot sauce, the brand, because some of them, might have sugar or whatever. And I gotta get hands free for a second. So I'm excited. My dog is starting to. Don't bark, please. Don't do that. So I got a little salt on the plate and a little hot sauce on the plate. There we go. Happy camper. And anyway. Yes, I'm excited. That's my dinner. And it is 9:31. Dear me. So I got home at 8:15, 8:20, something like that. Took me an hour to get to this point because I fed my dog, cut up the, didn't take me too long to cut up the pork belly, but it's so good, and it's got a good fat profile. It's actually quite meaty. I try not to eat on camera, but you know what? When you're cooking and you make something yummy, you gotta talk about it. You know what I mean? So, I'm not sure where my earbud case went. Stick it in this pocket that's secure. So, I went to my horseback riding lesson, and then this afternoon, and I had a really good training session with the dog, and we did some play stuff, because I'm pretty much done for the week with the training things that we were working on, and he did really well the last few days. And we'll go back through, and we were working on Leave It, and so anyway, I gotta turn this off, and all I wanted to do really was show you this. But it's not a bad price. You get a big package. You know how pork is. It's not that expensive. Anyway, I put it in the air fryer, cut it up in semi bite-sized pieces. Actually, in my opinion, it could have more fat on it. But it's really good. It doesn't really need the hot sauce, but I do like it. It'd be good with eggs too. But I had eggs this morning. I had steak, eggs, and bacon this morning. So, steak already cooked, so I just heated it up and cooked some bacon. Which reminds me, I gotta grab my other packet of bacon out of the freezer. But, going back to the dog, we've been doing Leave It, and he's getting it. I'm putting things down on the ground that are low value right now, and he has to leave it. A lot of the things that we were gonna work on, like that they just have in the program. Where's my bacon? Oh, bratwurst. Oh, maybe it's underneath this basket. Throwing meat around. Pork chops, beef, more pork chops. I don't know. I guess it's underneath. Anyway, sorry about that. So, I have to look at my chest freezer for the bacon. So, anyway, I'm gonna do some more of the Leave It command tomorrow. When I get in the morning, when I get up, I'll try to go to bed here. It's 20 minutes to 10. It's terrible that I would eat and then go to bed, but I needed to eat. I'm already full, so I'm definitely not eating all of that. So, meat is very filling. That's one cool thing about it. Oh, I was telling you that I went to my writing lesson, and then I went to the gym, which was awesome. I went and sat in the jacuzzi first, and then it was super funny. My swimsuit is very modest, but the bubbles were going up through. This will explain why it did this. It's super funny. I was cracking myself up, and I was embarrassed because I had to move, but in the jacuzzi with the bubbles the way they were coming up. But I have what do you call those? Why can't I think of it? You know, like a swimsuit that has two pieces, but it covers everything. You know what I mean? It has a skirt and it has a top, so that it's not one piece. I like it better because you can move in it better and it doesn't get constricting or whatever. You know, one pieces can be weird that way. And so I love it. I'm gonna find a new one, but I have looked and haven't found anything that I like better than that. So it's really needs to be replaced. But anywho, I've had it for several years. Got it from Ross. Anyway, and I'll probably go back there and look at Ross's to get a new one. So the bubbles went up through my top and came up. It sounded like, if you've ever been to Yellowstone, it sounded like the mud pots. That's exactly what it bloop, bloop, bloop. That's exactly what it reminded me of. I was cracking up. But there was a guy trying to meditate, trying to be calm and breathe in there, and I'm like, yeah. I even said out loud, I said it reminds me of Yellowstone. I don't know if he heard me. Anyway, he was in his own little world, so I don't think he heard me. By the way, it's a big jacuzzi, not a small one, so it's a gym one, you know? So several people can get in there and be far apart. Anyway, so it was a good day. I'm gonna sleep really well. I went from the jacuzzi into the sauna, I stayed in the sauna for 15 minutes. I don't like to do more than that because I'm sensitive to heat. I was really hot at my writing lesson too because it was 78 or something like that. Anyway, it was really hot. When you're writing, you're exercising, you know, so you get warm. So anyway, and you wear the basically stretchy pants, you know, they're gym clothes, you know, but they're kind of warm. So I might dampen my, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because that would be weird to put a damp t-shirt on. That wouldn't look right. It wouldn't look right. Oh, I know, I have one. Those bandana type things, the ones that go around your neck that have elastic kind of, and you wet them and then you stick it around your neck. I'll do that. That'll be great. So I need to do that. Cause you put a helmet on. My head was sweating. When I took that helmet off, my head was all sweaty. But anyway, it felt really good because I went from the jacuzzi to the sauna, and then I got in the pool, and I didn't swim a lot, but I swam up and back, the crawl stroke, and then I did another lap up and back of the backstroke. And I could have done more, but I wanted to get home for the puppy. I felt like I could do more. I didn't even, you know, exert myself that much. But I had already gone riding. So that felt like a good work, you know, what I wanted. It was relaxing. It was kind of a cool down after riding. I got in the sauna and got all warm and toasty, and then got in the pool and cooled off, and then I took a nice shower and got all clean and got the dust off from the barn and stuff, and it just felt really good, and it'll feel really good to get, oh, that reminds me, I gotta put sheets on the bed because I changed the sheets today. Oops. But I can just grab some out of the closet and throw them on. I haven't washed the set that I took off the bed because I didn't have time. I had to leave. So anyway, I think I left the heater on in the bathroom, which it doesn't really need to be on, but I turned it on. Yeah, me. I'm random. So I'm gonna get off of here, go to bed. It's 9:45 now. I'll be in bed by 10:15, I think. Hopefully. So I'll talk at you later. Bye. Oh, you guys, I need to get back on here for a second. Please like and subscribe. You can't know how much that helps a channel. And I do think I'm sharing important information about, you know, I'm gonna do a whole video series about how they have, if you go in the grocery store, most of it's poison. Would you, unless you're a drug addict, would you put, or just an addict in general, would you put poison in your body? Would you willingly pay for poison? But that's what we're doing. I've been thinking about it. That is what we're doing, and that's what they're doing to us. Even vegetables have oxalates in them, and they push low fat, low fat, low fat. And if you don't have any fat, then you get Alzheimer's, you get diabetes, you don't have, your blood sugars are all wackadoo. And then they wonder, they don't wonder, they know. They know they're poisoning us, and then they throw medication at us. And I don't think doctors are all, you know, evil or whatever, but they have been taught wrong, so wrong. And I feel bad for how I fed my children, and now my son has autism. Maybe he wouldn't if I didn't, you know, if I had known. But I didn't. I didn't know what I didn't know. And so now I know, and I'm doing better. And I want to help others to find the food freedom that I've found. And food freedom doesn't mean eat whatever the crap you want. Because you find out when you clean up your act and you eliminate all the toxins, even the plant toxins, you find out what makes you sick. And you try, you know, eating things that, like even vegetables or whatever, and fruit, and then it makes you sick. You get histamine reactions, you get, because your body is so clean and it's getting healed. And oxalates, you should do research on it, because they're crystalline structures that cut into your cells, into your organs. They get into your thyroid. Even I was like, my thyroid, that explains a lot, because I've been low thyroid for years. and I've had such a hard time healing my thyroid. And so it takes a long time to get rid of the crap that we've done to ourselves, that we've eaten without realizing the packaged foods that we ate because we were poor and we didn't have a lot of money, and we didn't realize that if we didn't buy all that crap, we could buy meat instead. And then the WIC program pushes juice, and they're even cutting out the cheese now, and all they do is carbs, 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 carbs. And then the milk is homogenized and low fat and skim, and they don't want you to do the fat. It's a lie. It's such a lie. Our brain has nothing to grow and form on. Our body has nothing to grow and form with because we need the fat. One time, I'll tell you one story and then I'm getting my butt off of here. One time I was doing P90X. I believe that was the program I was doing. And I know it was one of the really intense ones. And I don't know if it was a challenge that I just decided to do on my own or what. But at the time I had been eating meat, and I went on a low-fat kick for like a cleanse or something. I think I did like beans and rice, and you can imagine what that did. Har, har, har. Yeah, it got real fluffy. It's stinky. Anyway, and so I was eating that way, and I was low fat, and I began to just want to eat all the fat. At the time, I was craving nut butters and stuff, but I felt like I am starving. I'm starving my body, and my body is saying, no, I want fat. And so I was vegan for maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't know how long it was. I'd have to go back and look. I know it was in 2018, and I went all the way until I didn't really start eating meat until a year and a half ago. About a year and a half ago. So, yeah, that's a long time. Because a year and a half, yeah, that's a long time. That's like 4 years I was vegan, I think. And so I didn't eat eggs, I didn't eat meat, I didn't eat cheese. And I did it because I was trying desperately to figure out what to cut out to heal my thyroid and to feel better. And at first I did feel better, and probably just because I cut out some things that were bothering me and cut out some processed things that were bothering me. Anyway, I eat pretty healthy, and I ate pretty healthy then, but I didn't eat healthy when my kids were little. And, it's destructive. It's really destructive. And then formula is sugar and carbohydrates. It's terrible. Carbohydrates, and then they push the Ensure and stuff to older people or anybody who is having trouble with their diet or nutrition or whatever. But it's all a bunch of bull crap because it's carbs, and your blood sugar just goes nuts. And of course, the other thing is fat wraps itself around toxins in order to protect our bodies, because our body is trying to guard against the toxins we're cramming into it. And it's all a big racket. I gotta get off here so I can eat. But don't do it, guys. Todd Bachnes on YouTube. He has a carnivore channel. He talks a lot about, and I think the same way. The government is just, and the whole system, you know, in 2020 they tried to get us to wear masks and vaccinate and all this stuff, and they want to change our DNA, and they're trying to take over the food supply, so it's poison. And they really are trying to reduce the population so that the elite can just do whatever they want. Well, I'm sorry. We need to stage a revolt. And the only way to do it is to eat good food that sustains us and that we're not dependent on them anymore. Because if you research it, they are making dairy farmers pour out their milk. They're making especially ranchers, they're making them kill their cows for no reason. It's because they want to force a shortage. Anyway, they want to force a shortage so that we'll be dependent on them. They can keep us subservient. I have hot sauce in my throat. So that's what I get for eating and talking. Anyway, I gotta get off of here and eat a few more bites and then go to bed. I'll probably have to stay awake a little bit so that my food digests a bit. But that's one thing about carnivore. I feel like it doesn't really hurt me to eat and then go to bed anymore. Probably because it's low carb. I drank, I'll show you this. And I don't know. These have natural flavors in them. I should check and see. But they taste good. Sparkling water. And I put salt. I put my electrolytes in it. And I know it's fizzy, so you have to be careful. But I put the electrolytes in a glass. Electrolyte powder. That homemade stuff that I made. And then I pour the sparkling water over the top of it slowly and stir it in, and it makes a really yummy electrolyte drink before bed, because I just do it in the morning. I think I did some earlier today though too. I did. I didn't do a full dose though. I did like a half a dose of electrolytes. I figured I probably needed more today, and I'm glad I did it, because when I go to the sauna, you sweat out all that salt and you gotta replace it. So I think what I'll do is I'll take some of my electrolytes. I've showed you this before, but I did a video. Oh wait, did I post that video? Maybe I didn't post it, because my memory on my phone is all wigged out. I don't think I did it live. Anyway, I mixed up electrolytes and put them in a big jar, and I whooped them up in my Vitamix because the pink Himalayan salt was large. And it wasn't, the other electrolytes in the mix weren't mixing up very well. So I went ahead and put it in my Vitamix and made it into a finer powder. And if you look at the element powder, it's really a fine powder that dissolves really easily. Dog's being weird. I did hear something, but I think it's because I gotta go get the packages off my porch. I forgot. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.